Alright, we'll just get this show on the road. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's go. Alright, the Nintendo Direct got announced. We have one for E3. I forget exactly when that is. But then we have a Pokemon Nintendo Direct that's happening June 5th. So that's, I guess, exciting. We get to hear more about Sword and Shield and then all those other great Nintendo properties later on in E3. You know, we have tons of stuff that potentially can show up. We might have Astral Chain. We might hear more about the Smash DLC character. We can hear about some Metroid Prime 4, Link's Awakening, Fire Emblem, the Houses of 3. It could be so many things. I don't know. It's exciting that we have a date for when we're getting information. Oh my god. What a society we live in. Anyway, in terms of other video-like stuff that's worth paying attention to, or that I liked, came out today. Easy Escape is a speedrunner. He makes speedrunner videos they usually just kind of like informative about big news and speedrunning. It's pretty cool or fascinating. And the Wind Waker world record for 100% Wind Waker HD kind of happened recently, done by Linksys. He's a pretty popular streamer and speedrunner of Wind Waker. And the video is really fascinating. It talks a lot about how difficult and how lucky this run was and how it's such a big deal. And it's pretty fascinating. It goes in and it shows you a little bit about what goes into the Wind Waker speedrun. And it's like 15-minute video. And it's actually pretty interesting. I liked it a lot. The release of Team Sonic Racing over the past couple days, their Twitter got taken over by the voice actors. And I thought it was really cute. They get to do these like fun little videos, and I really like that voice actor engagement. Honestly, I know a lot of people aren't a big fan of sort of this brand or whatever thing, like the Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter being operated by Sega or whatever. People aren't a big fan of that, but I do like the fact that they have voice actors doing goofs and interacting with people. Particularly, it was a little off-putting because the first couple people I saw were like big YouTube names, but I also ended up enjoying that they were replying and retweeting answers from people who have like 2 followers and stuff like that. So I did like that. Alright, other news. It's not great. We had a lot of patches today and then also, or this week, and also a lot of announcements. The big announcement is I talked about how exciting Mario Maker 2 was going to be for stream value. And the stream value isn't decreased from Mario Maker 1. I think it's still going to be relatively fun. However, it's apparently Mario Maker 2 doesn't let you co-op with friends. It's only in-person friendly co-op. Otherwise, you're just going to be playing with randoms. And that's a pretty big blow. I think a lot of people got really excited. I showed a video of IHRPie being really excited, and I think he's not as excited, wouldn't have been as excited if he knew that he wasn't going to be playing his friends who live in other states or whatever in Mario Maker. And I feel like that's the general consensus, is a lot of people are disappointed. I mean, you pay, it is only $20 a year, but you do pay money for this online service, which we didn't used to pay for before. And you'd expect things to be better, and unfortunately Nintendo Online has continued to be a disappointment, and now they don't let you, and not because they can't let you play with your friends online, but because they don't want you to like cheat the scoreboards if you play with your friends online, and that seems really lazy, and I find that to be not great. And news that kind of only really pertains to me, but there are people on this channel who care about Warcraft. Warcraft 3 just released its last patch prior to Reforged coming out. So Warcraft 3 Reforged is coming out this year, and this is their last patch. Now, unfortunately, they didn't have enough time before the patch came out. They wanted to release a patch before they started working on the inevitable final projects, and they had a lot of bugs and kinks in it that they aren't done yet. But the game still works. So 1v1 and free-for-all and stuff still works on the Frozen Throne expansion. However, there is no more Reign of Chaos support. And I'll put a little asterisk there. There's no more Reign of Chaos support for now, right? Because there's probably going to be once Reforged comes out, and then people can play Reign of Chaos or Frozen Throne. However, there seemed to be a little bit of backlash of people who are upset that they're not going to be playing Reign of Chaos. I was laughing in these comment sections where somebody was like, the thousands of people who are still playing Reign of Chaos. It's like, buddy, I don't even think there's thousands of people still playing Frozen Throne. I highly doubt there's thousands of people playing Reign of Chaos. And even if there were, you can like chill out for like 2 months or something and just like wait a couple months until Reforged comes out. But this is unfortunate, though, at the end of the day, that there is a game that is currently not online at the moment. But on the brighter side, it will be back online later this year. So it's a temporary downtime to a game not a lot of people play. And hopefully, while it sucks, they can live through it. Now, the other patch that came out this week, it's pretty big, is the Smash Ultimate patch. This patch introduces VR, which looks terrible. I mean, the VR looks fine, right? But VR for Smash is, I don't get why anybody would care about this. I don't get why anybody would ever use it, but it is there. Money and resources got spent on it. There we go. We have Smash Ultimate VR. Anyway, but the patch also nerfed a lot of top tier characters and buffed some lower characters. Now this isn't great for me because nobody I play with in real life plays Pichu or Peach or Olimar, but I do know people who play Captain Falcon and Little Mac who happen to be good with those characters. So for me, this patch is terrible, right? Nothing good happened for me. Characters I already have to deal with just got buffed, and characters I never deal with got nerfed, even though in the pro scene the exact opposite happens. Nobody deals with Little Mac, nobody deals with Captain Falcon, but they deal with a lot of Peach and they deal with a lot of Olimar and a lot of Pichu. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what the meta sort of becomes. I know a lot of people aren't happy with Olimar. People aren't happy with Pichu, which I found very interesting. I guess online there must be some problems because you can kill very quickly, and online has a lot of frame delays, so it can kind of maneuver your way in there that you don't need to get all your lightning loops and you don't have to worry too much about fast aggression. But either way, regardless, the nerfs happened. We'll see what happens after that. So there's this game coming out called Oninaki for Switch. I remember this coming up at some point of Nintendo Direct last year, or maybe earlier. No, last year. Had to be last year. I don't remember. And I thought it looked not like my cup of tea, but they released another trailer from the past couple of days, and I saw it, and it looked interesting. I don't think I'm paying for it, but it looks okay. Another game that came out, it's crushing it in Europe, that's Total War 3 Kingdoms. It's being eaten up, and I think that's really good and really interesting. The last Total War game that I remember seeing so much big stuff about is Total War 2 Shogun, right? Total War Shogun, whatever it's called, whatever. The Sengoku one. And, you know, that game's way too complicated for me. It's a little too boring for me. I don't have the attention span, I guess, for it. I get bored very easily. But I always look at these games, and I'm looking at Three Kingdoms, and I'm like, oh man, if only I have the patience and like intelligence to really put the effort into learning these games, because they look really good visually, they look really good, they sound really good, and people are enjoying playing them, and I think that's really exciting and really interesting, and that has me happy. It has me happy that there's a good Total War game out there now, and it has me happy that this is like a market that is selling very well, at least in like Asia, and maybe people in America might learn more about the War of the Three Kingdoms, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. Reaching here. There's also a game called Gato Roboto, and it's really cute. It's a cute little 2D platformer. I always wanted to play the Kirby robot game. Unfortunately, it's even when that game came out, it's a hard sell to buy a 3DS game, and now it's even harder for me to play a 3DS game. But this game looks cute, it looks fun, it's in black and white. I don't mind it that much, because you can clearly, due to the artistic design, clearly see some stuff in it. It looks pretty interesting, I would say. Yeah, I don't know, it looks cute. And if it's not expensive, like if it's under $10, I would buy it. If it's over $10, I mean, I just really can't afford buying a game on a whim for more than $10. Unfortunately I can't, but it looks really interesting, and I would recommend looking into it if that's your type of thing. And I know Switch people who have Switches usually play, are looking for more games to play. They're not really looking to play big, massive time sink games, but like more smaller platformer stuff. And this kind of is what it looks like. And now everybody's talking about it. Death Stranding. It looks fine. I'm not going to waste too much time talking about it. If you're watching this video, you probably already know about it. And I'm not going to lie, I am still incredibly skeptical about this game. I've been skeptical about it since we saw Norman Reedus on a beach. I remain skeptical about it because, to me, I think these games are only as good as... as like the gameplay behind them is a little bit, when it comes to like Hideo Kojima games, I guess when I'm saying this, when it comes to Metal Gear games, is I always found the experience to be the big pull. I know a lot of people were talking about gameplay. They want the same gameplay for Metal Gear Solid 5, but I'm gonna tell you right now that I don't know how much I'm gonna care about this game if it's like more open world and it was like more weird stuff. I'm not against it, but I remain skeptical. I would love to hope that this game is really good, and I'll probably play it somewhere down the line, but I'm not like jonesing for this to be the game that I'm playing, right? Like, it's just not like, it's a little too artsy for me to be super excited about. I'm like really losing my train of thought here, but I would say that it's a little too artsy for me to like be sold that I'm gonna get hyped about this, right? There's like a lot of other games that I'm gonna put a lot of other time into, and this experience, I'm not convinced on the quality of it, and I'm gonna wait for other people to see if everybody loves it, then like, yeah, I'll try and give it a shot. But it's not something I'm gonna invest a lot of money into anytime soon. I don't know. Maybe that doesn't make any sense. It probably doesn't. Anyway, games I've been playing. I'm playing more Smash Ultimate. It's been a lot of fun. None of the nerfs, hopefully, affect me. Toon Link got some sort of buff with his jab, but whatever. And Donkey Kong didn't get touched, so... And I don't deal with any of those characters that got nerfed, so it's not like... I don't know, maybe nothing happens, I don't know. And I've been playing some more Sonic Racing. There's a really interesting Twitter thread, hopefully I can find it, and then link to it, where people, where this one person compared it to the other racing game, Sonic Transformed, and they're not too happy about it. They're not too happy with Team Sonic Racing, and I think that's pretty fair, but for me, it's just a dumb racing game. It's like only $40, and I like Sonic the Hedgehog, so it's fine. I'm not gonna get up and defend the game and like its high quality points. It's just like a Mario Kart knockoff, but with Sonic characters, so you get what you get. And then I beat Resident Evil 1 the other day on stream, and I'm going to be playing it again as Joe. I did it first as Chris, and it was really interesting because I played Remake before I played the original, and so there are a lot of differences. And I definitely like Remake a lot more, but it's still charming. It's still like quirky and janky, and the voice acting's still terrible, but whatever. I've been having a pretty good time with it. But yeah, I mean, that's it. There's like a bunch of other stuff that I had like down here looking for things to talk about, but I mean, we had all these patches, all these weird things come out that I found to be a little bit more prominent. And the future is a little bit weirder, I think. We got some games that are coming out, some interesting stuff within the next month that I will talk about when we talk about it, but I really haven't had a lot of time, have real life stuff, been sick. To be doing anything more than what I was already doing last week, except this time playing Resident Evil 1. Oh no, I don't know. Been pretty good. Keep it going. And I am, when I get a little bit more farther along in the video, I'll reveal what video I'm working on. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good week.
Hey Mario, did you ever wonder where a baby comes from?
Well, you see, Luigi, when a paisano puts a spaghetti noodle in a Mamma Mia's ravioli, a little bambino covered in prosciutto comes out about 9 months later.